Have you ever heard a strange noise in your house and convinced yourself it was nothing? For the narrator of today's true story, that was a daily ritual. But one evening, she discovered that the sounds of her creaky old house might not have been so innocent after all. This is the story of the dog door. Shortly after my son was born, my then husband and I bought a 100-year-old house. As someone who grew up afraid of the dark, I had to constantly tell myself that the creaks, thumps, and clanking from the back gate were normal. When my husband and I split up, I kept the creaky house, and he kept our medium-large dog. One evening, my son and I were watching a movie when my phone died. I went to the kitchen to find my charger, but as I crossed the room, I had an overwhelming goosebumpy sense that something was very, very wrong. I turned and saw that the back gate was open, and someone was sitting cross-legged in the yard, seemingly staring at the house. They wore a hood and dark sunglasses, despite the fading light. They didn't move even when I stepped closer to the window. They remained eerily motionless. I quickly locked the back door, grabbed my phone, and ran to my laptop. I messaged the first person I saw online. "Someone is in my yard staring at my house. My phone is dead. Please call the police if you don't hear from me in a few minutes." After an awkward conversation with my son about why we couldn't get water, my phone finally lit up. I called 911 and begged them to send an officer, explaining how unsettling the motionless staring was. The dispatcher kept me on the line and asked me to check the yard and the locked door. I crept as stealthily as I could toward the kitchen. I confirmed the door was locked, but then I saw it, a very clearly too large dog door, with no way to block it. Panicking, I stood up to scan the yard and came face to face with the hood and sunglasses staring down at me through the window. The dispatcher urged me to grab my son and run to a locked room. I darted back to him, and as I picked him up, I heard the clear and unmistakable sound of the dog door slowly swinging open. I abandoned the house, leaving the front door wide open, and dashed across the street to pound on my neighbor's door. Once inside, I sobbed messily about our very indoor cat we had left behind. Not long after, the officers arrived. They came through the side gate with the figure in tow. They'd apprehended her calmly sitting on my back step, her arm lazily, purposefully, swinging in and out of the dog door. I boarded the dog door shut that night, but we moved shortly thereafter. I was never quite sure after that if all the nighttime knocks and bumps and open gates I'd been hearing were actually just the old house. What do you think? Were the earlier noises just the house, or was she watching for a long time? Let us know in the comments. If you have a true story you'd like to share, submit it to the email in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and sleep with the lights on.